robots. It should it should say robots somewhere. We'll get that changed. What is up, guys? It's the Kilograms. We're back to another episode of Over Engineering Live. Lots of updates to go through. So tonight we're going to be working on the just automated keyboard entry, or JAKEBOT for short. I'm just actually calling these by their version numbers at this point because I've been making so many robot things. Not on the kilograms.com. Where did I put that? Okay. Instagram. This is just automated keyboard entry version 1. That one was, the point of this one was to be a like 90% 3D printed robot that would type for me. Basically some 3D printing stuff. Oh yeah, stay hydrated. I always make myself thirsty. Okay. Version 2, which I basically did this because I could. There's not really any other reason. I actually printed this in black. It looked really nice, and I put the yellow behind it. I had like some yellow, like leftover printed stuff, so I used that to put like a really cool like see-through. But this is the pen holder, so the pen goes in here, and it's actually like a stylus, which if you are doing keyboard entry and or clicking on a Mac, you need a there's a certain type of stylus that you need. It's the other kind. It's capacitive, but it's like the felt tip or the microfiber tip instead. Okay, so enough about V2. It's just basically a CNC machine, but instead of CNCing, it types like an old man on the keyboard, one key at a time. So that's version 1 and version 2. I just want to get everybody caught up real quick. Version 3 is going for speed, and it's going to be solenoids. So this website is awesome. I'm not sponsored by Circuito, but I should be. If they are listening, reach out and buy me some robot stuff. So this one, V3, is going to be solenoids. Large push-pull. So I actually have the solenoids. So basically this one, I was going to make it type on like a Mac keyboard. Let's just go 2018 MacBook Pro 13. So basically, hopefully this just, okay, I guess it takes to Apple. So it's going to go around and tap on these keys, and then there's one point in the imaging process. So this is basically just going to, you slide a Mac in, it types all the keys in the right order to give you a clean, ready-to-go Mac. Like for somebody else to sign into. It is like 30% of my job, so I'm super excited to get this finished up. We don't need to. You should follow though, or check out thekilograms.com for music. There's even merch. Oh, this takes us straight to the Teespring. That's right. Where's the Mittens cam? No Mittens cam tonight. Oh yeah, the Mittens the Kitten t-shirt. Excellent, excellent. And I think these are as cheap as I can make them, so enjoy. V2, no, we're on V3. Okay, so we need solenoids. I actually already have the solenoids. I will be building the actual, so once we do it in this app thing, I wanted to show how easy it is to just create whatever you want. Okay, so we need the large. So I literally, I think I have 12 solenoids, but I'm just going to drag over 11 because it's like, oh, 9. Oh, I guess it is 12 keys. Never mind. I'm just going to drag over 12 of them. I think I have 12. It's going to probably get annoying if I have to scroll for every solenoid. Actually, I wonder if I can I duplicate it? Nope. Duplicate. Let's see how this works. Yeah, so it literally does all the prototyping for you. It's really cool. Okay. Hopefully this doesn't take like forever. Oh yeah, just click on it. It might upgrade us to a different Arduino at some point. Uh-oh. What happened? We lost one. What is this? You can do it, Circuito. I know you can. Oh, what is this? Humidity and temperature sensor. I don't want this. I never... Okay. Like, can it not load that many solenoids? Oh boy. I mean, I think it just isn't loading the... Like, if I duplicate it, does it? We're gonna fill this breadboard right up. I'm super confused why these are like this. I'm just gonna remove them because I think that's bad. I don't think it's supposed to be like that. Let's see this. Like, do I remove these and then duplicate the other ones? Oh boy. Okay. It's not gonna work. So we're just gonna duplicate all these and hope that we don't break something worse. Hope we don't break something worse. Wish you could duplicate more than one at a time, but hey, I think I bought, I wonder if I only have 10 of these. So basically what this is gonna do for me, instead of doing the entire, like, so it's gonna type on like a phone. Cisco Desk phone. Let's Google things together. Sort of like this one. Oh no. So it's just gonna type for me. There's like a super long password that's super annoying and super complicated. It's just gonna type that password for me. So I'm gonna just hook up the solenoids, clip it on, and just let it type the password. I'm gonna make everything super easy. Okay, how many solenoids do we have? We're getting close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, almost there. We need 2 breadboards. That's hilarious. That's actually good to know. Is that like as condensed as you can make it though? I bet it's not. Oh boy. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I think we do need to do 2 more. Oh boy. I don't understand. Maybe it just like miniaturizes them until you... No, okay, I was gonna say until you zoom in, but okay. How many other? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What? Didn't I duplicate? Is it just not even gonna do it anymore? Did I break it completely? 1, 2, 10. Can you only do 10? Okay, so I guess, can we undo? Is there an undo button? Or are we just kind of stuck here? I think we hit our part limit. That's hilarious. But I mean, all we gotta do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so we just gotta add 3 more. That's not like a super complicated to figure out afterwards. So this is actually really cool. So we're gonna... I like how it does the actual components in that's pretty cool. I like that. So let's go, actually, let's just bookmark this. Let's call it V3, sure. Okay, so this is the basic like layout here. I have these resistors. I have these MOSFETs. I think I have 10 MOSFETs, so I might have to actually order some more. And then I have these rectifiers. So basically the solenoids are a coil here and a metal rod here that when you energize it, it pushes it. A drawback of solenoids is that they can get hot real quick. So this is just going to be, well, and the benefit of solenoids is that they are like instant. They're just, on. It's not, okay, let's move the robot over and then press the button. It's just boom, the button is pressed. So it's at the speed of electricity and not, what millimeters per second can we crank these motors to for the robot style. And also, yeah, make sure to follow on Twitter for version 2. I'm almost done with it. I actually just got off printing the last bearing, not bearings, the idler pulleys for the X, Y, and Z axis. I just printed those off. I think the last thing I need to print for version 2 is some brackets to make it a little more strong. But I think that's it for version 2. I'm just done with it. So I got to do the programming, and then we can get version 3 fired up here. But the cool thing, I think the coolest thing about this, actually I need a button. Let's add a button. Who's got the button? Coin acceptor, fingerprint scanner. So any of this stuff in here, you just drag it on there. Oh, we should put some. I wanted a button, but, well, no, I don't want to do the programming for a button, so I want to add a button now. Micro switch. Actually, I have a bunch of micro switches. So if I just use that as the button for now. Okay, so I hit the micro switch and the solenoids fire in their program. Okay, so let's go to the code. This is arguably the coolest part about this whole process. It spits out all the code you need for exactly what you dragged into there. How cool is that? I mean, it says blah blah blah, it's not perfect. Hope it'll be useful. But this is actually excellent. So it's got like the configuration files, it's got the firmware files. So you just boom, download this. Oh, I didn't install GitHub. Well, so I'll download that now. And then we can mess with the code and firmware.zip. That's awful. I'm gonna leave it there though. So next stream we will go through this code. I'll put it in my GitHub. We will take the the project guide is cool too. Let's just walk through that real quick. Giving them a free ad for their website, I guess. So it kind of spits out, it spits out the materials, which are super cool. I think I actually have all of this stuff already. Yeah, so the diode rectifier basically takes the power. Can we go right back to our... Yeah. So when the electricity flows through the... wow, I can't just move it. The MOSFET gives it more more juice, more oomph. I'm not sure. I have to Google it every time, but that's fine. And in this case, I don't have to Google it at all. It basically steps up the either the voltage or the amperage, and then spits it through here. I think it goes from 5 volts to 12 volts, because these are 12-volt solenoids. And then the resistor helps to even out the power, and then the rectifier will it's a diode rectifier, so it's basically almost like an LED where it like uses electricity. So after it goes through the solenoid, it exits out the rectifier basically. So now you can build one of these yourself if you really want to. I will also be working on, so with this IR receiver diode, I don't think I have it saved, but I was working on a universal remote control where it's like an Echo Dot powered, it basically makes dumb devices smart by just adding voice control onto little diodes that beep out they blink out the codes. But with this one, I wasn't able to get it to work, and I wasn't sure if it was hardware or software. But with this website, I can probably crank that out in a couple episodes and get that all tested out. So that'll be super cool. I've already made like Echo skills before. I don't want to say the name. I'll trigger it. I've made those skills before, so it's not that hard. They kind of give you like a web interface for it. We can walk through that as well. I think that's basically it for this episode. We'll have more next time. I'll build this for realsies. Make sure to like and subscribe. Check out thekilograms.com. I will be... Oh, I exited thekilograms.com. I will be posting V2 updates on Twitter and Instagram. And yeah, I think that's it. I will catch you guys next time. Peace.